Hello, Goof Troopers. Hope you're having a great day in the Reichland and ready to barbecue the Skeven for Luna's Cataclysm party. For Karl Franz, someday he's gonna visit, and when he does, we better have some seriously good barbecued rats and beefmen for him. Any day now. This build I have for you is an all-fire burning build meant for charged melee attacks and full fire damage in both ranged and melee. Let's spice it up with the talents and the passive skills first. Tranquility, after not casting spells for 6 seconds, automatically ventilates overcharge, allows you to power on more ranged attacks. And of course, Reckless Haste, overcharge increases spell charge speed by up to 30%. Another tongue twister. Took me a while. Along with Pyromantic Surge, increase range damage by 10%. And of course, Firewalk. Sienna teleports forward, leaving a blanket of fire in her wake that lingers for 6 seconds. Now, this build is designed for heavy attacks with a specific weapon, namely the Fire Sword. You must take Confound to get the first stagger and cancel attack to apply fire dot effects and gain health at the same time on all enemies except monsters. You will not gain temp health regen against them. The main power of this build is in the next talent, Lingering Flames, where you will need this talent to apply a permanent dot on the enemy, the first dot, on any of your ranged, melee heavy attacks with the Fire Sword or with Firewalk until they die. It only works on the first application. Enhanced Power is the next talent for the Stagger build. I specifically use Enhanced Power because I get to hammer out range and melee attacks with the fire dots, and it does more damage on both. There's no need for crits, and there's definitely no need for smiting or bulwark. You will not be tanking anything, you will just apply your dots and move on. So it is basically the best setup you can get. And which also makes this build really boring to play. Can't help it, DPS is DPS. And of course, Unusually Calm. Tranquility cooldown is reduced to 3 seconds instead of 6, giving you more space to work with overcharge. And of course, Flemish. Never mind. Famished Flames is the point of this build and literally just does fire damage over everything else. This is what you want to stack up, just more fire damage. And of course, kaboom, baby! Kaboom makes Firewalk the most damaging ability that you can set down onto the enemy together with Lingering Flames, especially against monsters when you just Firewalk into their faces and patrols, and you can instantly melt them really quickly. Don't forget to hold down the block key while you do so, because you might just get hammered in the middle of a patrol. Be very careful against that. Now onward to the weapons. Because I use the Fire Sword and Conflag or Fireball Staff, these are the stats that are the best that I've tested in Twitch mode in Cataclysm. You want Power versus Chaos, skip the attack speed, and get Powered versus Armored or Infantry. Is it? Oh no, you can go for attack speed, it should be fine. Then either you want Parry or... Yeah, this is fine. I screwed that one up there, my bad. So as for the trait, you want to get Opportunist if you're the host. If not, go for Parry or Off Balance. Take a defensive option there because you have no damage reduction. And of course, for your Conflag or Fireball Staff, go for Power versus Chaos and Power versus Infantry or Armored, depending on which one you like more. And of course, Thermal Equalizer on both Fireball and Conflag Staff. For the necklace, 20 health, block cost reduction, and Boon of Shalia. More health regen. The way to go. Barkskin is dependent on whether or not you tend to get hammered by gas rats. Most of the time, just stick with Boon of Shalia. The charm, 10% power versus chaos and more attack speed. You can also take power versus Skaven if you can get it, 5%. But I prefer the attack speed because of Twitch mode. And Decanter, Proxy, and what's the last one? Concoction, any of them. I prefer Decanter. It's just a personal choice. And for the trinket, 10% cooldown reduction and stamina recovery with shrapnel. If you are going for the books in Cataclysm, good on you. You macho man. Yeah, that's what you are. drop the cooldown reduction, and get curse resistance. This build should definitely start the barbecue going for Karl, Franz, and the Empire. And for your team too, in Cataclysm.
I'm coming
Maybe.
Did you like go to patrol?
Oh, yeah. Oh no.
I'm coming.
Oh no, I'm dead. There might be a way. Yes, there's a way.